All right, we are back with an update about the Team League qualifiers. Isn't that right, Elliot?
Yes.
Gotta tell everyone what it is?
Right, so we qualified.
Yep, qualified, woo!
I mean, there's not much to say about it. We pretty much got the easy mode matches on account of losing in round 2, so we didn't have any problem worming our way up to the top. The second place team didn't want to play. I guess their previous match took too much out of them or something. It's no big deal since there's no difference in prize anyway, so...
Since it's, a local sort of thing.
Can't blame them.
So we shot craps, and of course, me being me, I won.
Never shoot craps with a black man.
What he said. So,
yeah, it didn't matter to either of us who took first, really, so...
Because either way, we got our pin.
Nobody could steal with it.
Exactly.
And, well, here are the decks that we used. This is going to look a little different from last time. You saw it. I decided to play the one CEO because I got sick of them being able to guard my full moon for 20 and not let her through. And since she is there, surprise, surprise, just to make sure they can't, like, 15k guard me ever. Because if I hit a draw, oops, my hand is suddenly 4, oops, I'm 26, die.
Right.
The rest is standard stuff. I mean...
Back up to 4 times.
Yeah, he's cancer. I don't know why I ever...
Well, at the time, Ellie, we were getting ready for the cross rides coming out.
Yeah.
So, Tom wouldn't have done much at the time. But now that we're kind of over that hurdle, for the most part.
Kind of, sort of. I mean, playing him makes no practical difference anyway, because it's like... I play the 4 Toggies. As long as I'm not dropping those, it's whatever. And then these can beat stick if I need them to, really.
Right.
Decided I don't need all 4 Red Eye, because as nice as he is, later copies are kind of dead, and at 2 he shows up often enough to do his job. So, no complaints there.
Yeah, well, exactly what you expect. Well, some people
does what it wants.
Now, some people don't like doing that way. They like doing it a certain way that we keep telling them not to do. What do you say about that?
Shut up.
No, that works. Alright, moving on.
I mean, this is about as good as it comes. There's no reason to play any other grade 3s, really. All the best cards are right here.
Grade 2s are the deck.
It's not like you get trapped very often, what with this thing going on, so... Don't care.
Alright. Well, I guess time for the next one.
Yep. Do note that this is not quite what we were playing on Saturday, but this is what it's going to be from here on out. Because Rico and Royal Paladins have this thing where he doesn't get to grade 3 ever.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. No matter what happens, I always get to grade 2 just fine. There's never a problem with that. It's only when it comes to grade 3 where I just eventually just stop seeing them.
Leanne tries to help, but doesn't.
So
screw it. Pongo. Guaranteed to help.
Yeah, so Pongo. That means that between the 8 grade 3s in the deck, the 2 Akanes, and the 4 Pongo, if I can't get the grade 3 with that,
yeah.
Well, then I guess I shouldn't be playing Royal Paladins. And
these 2 were lose.
Yeah, those were lose at the time. Those are like Yen.
And these were just 2 others of each of them.
Just more, one more Alfred, one more Palamese, which is fine and all. I just can't do it.
Yeah, apparently. The rest is pretty normal.
Decided to throw in one of these and one of these because of these.
Yeah, you can play one of Tex because you're Paladins. One of each art for 10k, so we didn't feel like playing a 4th one. That's mainly why these
primarily
are
why, yeah.
He's funny when you really get down to it. He can hit those cross-ride numbers, and sometimes his 20, and that kind of matters in some things.
Yep, still a lot of 10s running around. So
Fairface when you say, I run 5 Palamedes.
Buster Blade and Wingle Brave, because really there's nothing else you can do. I would love to do a different thing, but I can't. I mean, don't get me wrong, Buster Blade's cool, but he's primarily there because I need something to use Wingle Brave with.
So yeah, nothing too out of the ordinary here either. Hopefully it'll run better and kill harder, because finisher.
Yeah, because if nothing else, I can just play that on top of the grade 3 and just push for game.
And then lastly, G Endor.
Yep.
Yeah, call us tourney fags if you want to. I mean, we just accidentally this deck anyway.
Yeah, we had no intention of getting it. Then we just kind of happened across each copy of the end, except for the last one. And then someone said they were trading it, so we just traded a bunch of our cards we didn't want.
How does that is?
So we just happened to make the end. So we're like, oh, I guess we may as well use it. It's here.
How many times did it deck out this weekend? Just the one.
It decked out the one time, almost decked out 3 or 4 times with several different people. Because almost everyone decked out with this thing.
Carbuncle, you're gonna have to go, buddy.
Yeah, you silly and all, but you're just one draw too many.
Gotta keep Monica.
Yeah, Monica stay only woman in deck.
Your usual Bar, Gojo, Buri, Kimdara stuff. One Flame of Promise, because you can search it easy, and these things play into it really well, so why not? You need some extra muscle for the rear guards anyway. And if you ride the end up front, screw it, just pressure them right away. 21s for days. Again, one of each 10k art.
Because, you gotta do it if you can.
Oh, and on that note, commentars.
Oh yeah, commentars.
For the same deck this guy is. Your 3 Berserks, just because we couldn't quite justify 4.
Because that guy just too good.
Burning Horns, and your 1 Tech Tejas for harassing whenever you need to. The usual 4/4 Overlords. Alt Arts for days again. Nothing really needs explaining. It's the end. It's Cancer. Done.
Yeah.
Story of our life, apparently.
Yep, apparently.
At least my favorite deck, one of his favorite decks, the hammiest deck.
Hammiest deck, so it's like, yeah, it was fun, especially just because, well, Q4
basically. And we'll see how it goes on the regional stage.
Yep, we don't
expecting it to be at least a little harder than we had this weekend.
Yep, although that really ultimately depends on how much competition other places had. Yeah. Like if another place had not that many really trying people, they will probably see a lot of decks that don't really. But we'll see.
Team League format's pretty great though. I mean,
it's the best
good of 3 that you want but can't have unless you play this format.
Because those one-of matches, people get, oh man, during that last
mad.
Yeah, that regular qualifier, people were
really
mad.
blame them. It's, yeah, I mean, it's not the worst thing they could do, but it's pretty bad.
Because in a game where misgrading is a thing, and where it can ultimately come down to a single play, best of 1 can be very detrimental to anyone's spirits.
Some decks, most decks only have a successful ride rate of 3 and 4 games, maybe. At least that's what the probability says.
Yeah, so
when you're not playing these that just automatically get there, or that strunks its way through whatever, even if it doesn't get there.
It's or unless you're gold paladin, but we're not going to talk about that right now.
We already did.
We always do, Elliot. Well, yeah, it's
format's great.
Yeah,
even if something goes wrong for one guy, oh well.
Because essentially forces a best of 3 where you get to change your deck within the thing.
And the most consistently good team wins, from what I can tell.
It makes so.
By far, it was us in second place deserves to be where we were.
Because both the teams, had players who were consistently decent at what they did. And the ones.
Speaking of which, their team was basically the same as ours. You just swapped this for MLB.
Alpha, for MLB.
Derp.
So.
I do have to wonder what the other guy was playing for Suki there.
But either way, it was something. There was at least 1 or 2 cool teams there. I mean, especially considering we just slapped together one of them, and that one team in particular turned out to be like the one that gave us the most trouble.
What was that?
It was
Raptor Tachi, Neo Nectar, Trailing Rose, and
Gold Paladin, the Spectral Duke.
Yes. And then when we rematched them in top 4, every single one of them got grade blocked. What are the odds?
Not just ours, but everybody. Like there was at least
Everyone
one
except us?
No, like at least one person on each team got grade stuck during that round. I don't know how.
I think I did have to ride like 3 different full moons in that last match, which was kind of dumb. But I made it.
Yeah, and there were some other teams that, bless their hearts,
could do better if they just tried. But I'm not gonna blame Team Soggy Noodles or anything.
They're the name drop.
They're new. They're working on it.
Yeah, they're fine. They only started. They didn't start like a month or so ago. So that's fine. They're doing pretty well, especially the one guy who always gets the blaster blade.
Always. And the Gansel lot. Except in our match, he got locked against this.
Well, that's
say goodnight, right?
Yeah, worst thing to happen.
And before the tournament, we had to tell them you can't hybrid.
Yes.
That was,
yep, so.
We almost had an accident in our hands.
Almost. But we got them fixed. We switched out his Gold Paladins for a Shadow Paladin and some more Royal Paladins.
Yeah.
Lucky for him, that can be hybrided if you do it right.
Yeah, I suppose it's just about all.
I think so. Hopefully next time we do one of these videos we can say we won the regional, but gotta knock on wood for that for now. Bye!